Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Yev and today I'm going to show you SKYLOONG GK68HE Pro, and I'm going to show you something really interesting, and we'll try to spend less time for standard stuff. Okay, first of all, what you can see, I have a black version with a black keycaps and side printed legends. This is a standard 68% layout. You have arrow keys, you don't have F-row obviously, right, but you have additional functions on the right side. And what is interesting as a first feature, not unique but pretty interesting, within this format you have a knob on the right side, which is super useful as per my opinion. Now, as I promised, let me quickly explain what is a standard in this keyboard and what is a really unique, and we will do a deep dive into the unique features of this keyboard. First of all, we have Mac and Win compatibility, boring programmable keys, ribbon design, CNC metal case, boring but good because it's pretty high quality of the keyboard. We have high precision of RT, 8K pulling rate, customizable key travel level, boring, zero dead zone, and PBT keycaps. All of these are pretty standard for current situation on the market. You can find hundreds of such keyboards. All of them will be with the same set of parameters. But what is really unique in this device? First of all, plateless design. I will show you later, but this is a first keyboard on the market without switch plate. You can have it like as a separate add-on, but by default under these keycaps you don't have a switch plate. On the back side we have adjustable fits, and this is again pretty unique for metal cases. I never saw that inside a metal case we have a adjustable fits, but in this case we have it and it's cool. And as I mentioned previously, we have a knob which is very useful for the keyboard in general. Also, what is interesting, on the back side of this keyboard we have a switch which can switch between game mode and office mode, which in reality just will change actuation point for the settings, what you can change via driver, but actually that's all. I doubt that it's really useful feature because most probably I will switch to gaming mode and forget about it, or vice versa. Anyway, I'm not gonna to switch each time when I'm game or when I'm type. From the structure point of view, inside you will have a really interesting sandwich. You will have aluminum case, silicone pad, some EPDM cotton, PCB itself, leaf spring pads, which is great, and actually this new switch holder, which is a holder for a switch by itself. But let me show you everything a little bit closer. Let's start from the keycaps. Let me eject several of them. So here you go, guys. First of all, keycaps. Standard PBT keycaps, nothing new, nothing special. You have this internal part, external part. What is interesting, you have the side printed legend, and basically that's all. Under keycaps, I have in my case today Gateron Jade Pro switch, but you can have many other switches. You can have a TTC Maneto, you can have other Gateron, so it's compatible with everything which is as a standard central magnet pin, right? When now we have this interesting part. Check this out. I'm sure you never saw this before. We don't have any switch plate at all. Not a metal one, not a PC, not a FR4, nothing. We have just like a socket frame for each personal switch, right? Under the switch we have like a switch pad, which you will hear the sound and just amazing. Absolutely different from most of the mechanical keyboards with Hall effect switches and everything else inside under the PCB. Now let me show you internal structure of this keyboard. You can easily open the case. You need just to unscrew 4 screws, 2 from the left side and 2 from the right side, and that's all. You have this metal part, right? And inside you can see actually like a keycaps layer, switch layer, PCB layer, silicone foams and all of that, right? On the right side, oh, sorry. On the right side, we have this knob, and you can remove it easily, of course, right? A standard knob. And under them, or under this knob, you have like a silicone, I don't know, box covering the knob stem or pole, right? And I believe that this solution with this color of the case and keycaps looks not really good at all, because like white, everything is black and this part is white. It's strange. So to make this review a little bit more interesting, I've designed, let me show you, I designed several spare parts for this keyboard, right? Several knobs and this platform and something in addition to that. I will show you in a second. So basically, here you go. I just recreate the geometry of these parts from, take into account that I have this keyboard on my desk. I can do this. And now let me quickly try to make a small mod for this keyboard. Okay, here you go. Check this out. Per my opinion, it looks much better than with a white silicone cap and black knob. Now I have a red one with a designated handle. I like it this way. I can use a standard one, but this one looks a little bit interesting, more interesting than a standard one. Now, from the driver point of view, you have this QMK top. You need to download one more utility, and it will work with Windows and Mac and even Unix. And inside you will have a standard set of functions. You can do a customization of the keys. You can do magnetic switch settings, right, which is actuation point, rapid trigger, everything super standard as always. You can choose a switch and do a calibration. And what is interesting, obviously you have all these functions for gaming, or whatever you need. And other settings, you can choose from Bluetooth mode to 8K mode. I'm not gonna to test this. We have like keyboards with a price of 20 bucks right now on the market with this feature. So it's not new anymore. It's a kind of a standard for gaming mechanical keyboards. Now, from the price point of view, I need to say that it's pretty expensive keyboard. Right now you can do a pre-order from 75 up to 125. It will depend on a keycaps, because you have different set of keycaps, different set of switches. But anyway, price will be like not a cheap one, right? More than 100 bucks. For the compact layout keyboard, good one in a metal case, aluminum case with a nice keycaps, right? With a handler, pretty nice also. By the way, this is not a cable what is coming together with this keyboard. It's my personal, but you will have obviously the standard one. So obviously I'm a little bit kidding when I'm saying that all this stuff about programmable keys and CNC metal case is boring. It's not boring, obviously. It's important stuff, but it's rather standard for current market, right? And I would expect this in any keyboard which is cost more than 100 bucks. But in addition to that, you will have some interesting stuff. You will have a knob which is functional, you will have this double leg support, which is again functional, and you will have this plateless design, which is for me, as for the fun of the stuff, is very important, very interesting. But for you, as a simple users, I don't think you really interested in it, right? But maybe if you will hear the sound of this keyboard, you will change your mind.